Hello folks, Everchanger here, and welcome back to more Pokemon Blaze Black 2. Last time, we explored pretty much all of the Castelia Sewers that we can explore during the summer months, and this time we are going to be heading over to those Team Plasma grunts and confronting them about what it is they're doing. Because odds are, it's nothing good. Unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with a few wild battles as we make our way over there. Because I think, in terms of our goals for this series, it's probably a better idea to save our money for Pokeballs and encounter a bunch of Pokemon, than spend our money on repels and not encountering a bunch of Pokemon. Would be a little bit counterproductive, wouldn't you think? But anyway, just gotta deal with a few more of these wild battles, and then we should be able to make our way right over to those Team Plasma guys with very little trouble. Toxic spikes, okay. Luckily, probably not going to do any damage to us because I don't plan on switching unless the AI were to do it for some reason, which they don't. And down goes Trubbish. It's pretty awesome that we now have one of those Trubbish. It's a Pokemon we saw quite a while ago, and now we finally have one, which is awesome. Anyway, wait, this guy was a trainer? Whoa! Wait. Did I not go this way? Man, maybe I'm just getting ridiculously lost in this area. I could swear I walked past this guy and talked to him. Alright, now I'm super confused. Oh man. Oh well. At least Drillbur is a Pokemon that is very much weak to grass-type moves, so this shouldn't take too terribly long. Alright, down goes Drillbur. Up next is Darumaka, which is a fire type. So, I think what I'm going to want to do in this case is... You know what, I'll just keep in since we're going to get a free heal after this fight anyway. I'd be a little bit more cautious otherwise, but I think we can sort of be a little bit careless considering we can get healed after every fight. Also, Headbutt? Really? Don't have any fire-type moves to use on me? Okay. I mean, not complaining, I'll go with it, but alright. Down goes Darumaka, Servine gets level 26, which is very, very nice. Victini gets level 20, which is also very nice. And now we have Joltik coming in, which is weak to fire, so I think we're going to be sending in Victini to take care of this. I don't believe we've actually seen a Joltik yet. This is a very, very interesting idea for a Pokemon. It's basically an electric/bug spider Pokemon, which I think is probably one of the most creative things that they came up with in the Generation 5 Pokemon roster. I very much like it. Luckily, since we are part fire type, Psychic's weakness to bug is nullified, which is very nice considering we're going to be fighting some bug types in our future. Anyway, down goes Worker Zack. So wait, did I actually not explore this way? Huh, I guess I didn't. Wow. Whoops. I'm wondering if I might get a comment on the episode before this, like, oh, you missed a guy. No, I got him. Don't worry, it's fine. It's totally fine. Alright, I think we're gonna try return on that Grimer here. I really would like to get back over to where those Team Plasma grunts are, because besides the grunts themselves, there is something rather interesting over near that corner of the map that I really want to explore at least a little bit in this episode. Aside from those Team Plasma grunts, this episode probably isn't going to contain that much story progress, because I'd like to sort of do a bit of exploring down here in the sewers, because the sewers actually connect to a bunch of other different areas that I want to check out. Alright, let's attack that Zubat with Return. Or not. The sad thing is, I'm pretty sure Return would have one-shot the Zubat, so had I gone first, this fight would be over. Oh well. Can't really dictate what the AI does, even though I'm pretty sure if a human player had been playing with me, it would have been pretty evident what the correct course of action was, but I digress. And of course, Pignite misses. I have to do everything around here, don't I? Ay, ay, ay. Anyway, down goes those wild Pokemon. I believe we want to head around this way now? Maybe I was thinking of this guy. That's probably who I was thinking of. Even more wild Pokemon. Hooey. Oh wow, double gulp in action here. They're opposite gender. Did we walk in on something? Oh god. Oh god, what would that... You know what? No, I'm just gonna not follow that train of thought any further. Hey, yeah. Alright, one more turn of this and we should be good. I think we're pretty close to the Team Plasma grunts at this point, so hopefully we can get over there before too long, because we've been on the hunt for these Team Plasma grunts for like 2 or 3 episodes now. So hopefully we can find them and take them out post-haste. Alright, down goes one Gulpin. Big Knight uses Body Slam. And down it goes. Alrighty. Alright, I believe it's right around this corner. Am I correct about this? Man, this place is a lot bigger than I thought it was. Ay ay ay. Alright, did we actually catch a Ghastly? No, we did not. Kinda losing track of which Pokemon we caught last episode and which ones we didn't. I was actually looking at the Pokedex in between episodes and we caught 6 Pokemon last episode, which is super awesome. We're still managing to keep our ratio just a hair above half in terms of number caught to number seen. So hopefully we can keep it that way for a decent amount of time, but I'm not sure if we'll be able to do that. Just depends on what the AI is going to be throwing at us. Alright, we're going to try a Pokeball just in case here. Yeah, not even close. Can't believe a few videos ago, I bought 50, oh wow, Ghastly's actually super low from that. I bought like 50 Pokeballs for Victini and now those are almost gone. That costs so much money. Alright, let's see if we can catch this Ghastly, because this is pretty much prime condition for it. Come on, cross your fingers, guys. 1. Never crossing my fingers again. Not gonna do it. Doesn't work. It's effective. Not even. No. Ah. I really wanted to catch that Ghastly, because something tells me that is a rather rare Pokemon in this area, and that was pretty much the perfect opportunity to catch it. And we failed. But anyway, right over here is this item. First and foremost, a Twisted Spoon. Might want to give that to Victini, because that will power up Psychic-type moves when held. In fact, I think before I forget, I'm going to do that now. Alright, where is it hiding here? It's all the way down here at the bottom. Which button is sort? Is it start? Yes, it is. Very nice. Alright, that should put it right here. Let us give that Twisted Spoon to... Oh wait, no, Victini's holding the experience share. What the heck am I doing? We want to keep that on Victini. Oh well. We'll do it later. Hey! What do you want? Team Plasma, you villains! What? Don't treat us like villains, and don't interfere with our plans to liberate Pokemon. Liberate? Ha! You're just ordinary Pokemon thieves. And what's more, you use those stolen Pokemon like they're tools. Shut up! Hand over your Pokemon! Let's do this, David. I love this music, by the way. Just had to let you guys listen to it a little bit. The one thing that kind of bothers me about this track, though, is that weird... I don't really want to make the sound, it's like the ch sound. Hopefully that didn't pick up too bad in the mic, but if you listen closely, it stops, right, when I try and explain what I'm talking about, of course. But there's that one part of the music, like the, I think it's the percussion or whatever it is, I feel like it's a little bit too loud compared to the rest of the song, so it kind of grates on your ears. Luckily though, it's only in like half of this song. but it really does bother me when I'm listening to it, because it feels like it's just sort of overpowering the rest of the song. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one that hears it. I'm just waiting for it to start playing again so you guys can hear what I'm talking about. There it is. Da, 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 da. Like that part of the song, like, it just feels like it's just loud enough that it just grates on you when you're listening to it, and it sort of detracts from the rest of the song. Other than that, this song is awesome, but yeah, that part just bothers me a little bit. Maybe I'm just really, really super anal about Pokemon music, but hey, I went to Symphonic Evolution, so you gotta be really devoted to the music in the series, so I think I have at least a little bit of a right to criticize part of it. Oh well. Anyway, this battle should be just about over, except for the fact that Magnemite pretty much tanks everything that Servine's going to be throwing at it. So, we're kind of relying on Pignite here. I think I might actually want to switch. I'm going to switch over to Lucario, who hasn't gotten some action in battle in a little while. So, let's see what we can pull off here. Although this Flame Charge is probably going to bring down this Magnemite. Yep, there it goes. Now, does this guy have any other Pokemon? He probably does. I wasn't paying close attention. He does. It's a Golbat, which means my switch was pretty much pointless because now there's not much that Lucario can do against it. Let's try Return. Alrighty. Body Slam plus Return out of Lucario should take it out. And it does. Very nice. Speaking of Lucario, I need to go try and hunt down an amiibo. They got restocked recently, and I really, really want one. I'm getting really sick of losing over here. You guys better get used to it, because we're going to be beating you guys pretty much until the end of the game. They're really tough, but whatever, we've got the Pokemon we need. Now, we flee. Because we can't just block them or anything, apparently. Chih, they ran away like Patrat. Okay, let's go farther inside. There might be more in there. I don't think that's necessary, you two. Could you be Gym Leader Berg? Yes, sir, one and the same. I'm Berg. And there was no one suspicious beyond here. Is that so? Yes, indeedy. I'm concerned about Team Plasma as well. More importantly, shall we leave this place? For some reason, this sewer is bugging me. Oh, please don't automatically teleport us out. Huh. Didn't you and the other gym leaders fight Team Plasma 2 years ago? Thanks for your help. Here, use this. HMO4 Strength. That will be useful when we eventually encounter Strength boulders, which is not yet. I'll find those other Team Plasma punks. I'll never forgive Pokemon thieves. No way! He's gone. You there. Oh ho! That was an excellent demonstration of battling. The way you brought out the power of your Pokemon against an opponent like Team Plasma. Astounding. Simply astounding. Interesting as well. I see. Who was that? Well, no matter. What are you going to do? You can stay here and train your Pokemon, or maybe you should come challenge me, the gym leader. Be seeing you. Okay, good. We get free exploration. Is there anything over here we want? There is. There is a heart scale. Could come in handy later on if we encounter someone who takes those as payment, hint hint. But anyway, through here is the Relic Passage. If we open up our town map, you will see that there is a cave that connects the Castelia Sewers through the Relic Passage over here to this area called the PWT. Trainers who are proud of their skills compete in tournaments. This area kind of reminds me of Dark Cave in the Johto region, because you cannot get all the way to the PWT from the Castelia Sewers. It's one of those one-way caves. And this area actually also connects to the Relic Castle up here, which is very interesting, although we can't actually access the Relic Castle from this half of the Relic Passage. So there's only this small little section we can explore, and I kind of want to explore it because, as you might expect, it has a completely new roster of wild Pokemon for us to catch, which is pretty awesome. Now, before I forget, I got Quick Balls a few videos ago. I want to try and use one. I believe it has a ×4 or ×5 catch rate if you use it on the first turn of a battle. And it looks like it works decently well, because we just caught a Timber with very, very little trouble. Always carrying squared logs, they help out with construction. As they grow, they carry bigger logs. I have a really hard time trying to determine what the heck Timber is supposed to be. Most Pokemon are usually based off of, I don't know, something in real life, but Timber is just weird. The sewer and this Relic Passage, is it really simple coincidence that they exist so close to each other? Interesting. But yes, there are also trainers in here, and I would like to fight them in this video just to get some experience, because the gym leader fight is probably going to be the next episode, and I would really like to train up as much as I possibly can. So I'm definitely going to be trying my best to explore what little of this area we can, because this area is not that big on this side of it. Once we get the access to the other side, it's definitely going to be quite a bit bigger and quite the ordeal to explore, and that's definitely going to be fun once we get to it. Cast form is coming out, and it is a normal type, so I'm going to bring in Lucario to deal out some super effective hits on it. Man, I just can't get over how awesome Lucario is. I know that's really cliche of a Pokemon fan, but I just really like it. Not just because everyone else likes it either, I just really like it on its own merits. I mean, it just took out a cast form in one hit. Not every Pokemon can do that. That was a joke, by the way. Cast form is not a very good Pokemon. Anyway, got another Pokemon weak to fighting out here. So let's dish out yet another one-shot. Very nice. Victini gets level 22. It's creeping up on the range of levels that all of our other guys are at, which is awesome. Got a Staryu out here. Don't have anything super effective against it on Lucario, but Force Palm still does the job, which is very nice. And that defeats Scientist Lumina. Alrighty. I believe there are some more people around in here. Usually if you see a female scientist, there's probably a male scientist somewhere around. They sort of like to throw the encounters with trainers at you in pairs like that. But anyway, we have Woobat, which is basically the Unova counterpart of Zubat. So let's see if we can catch it with a Quick Ball first turn here. And we can, very nice. So those two Quick Balls were definitely not wasted. Gotta say, I've had a lot better luck with Quick Balls here than I have in Generation 6. I feel like they work a lot better here, although I'm pretty sure the math is exactly the same. The heart-shaped mark left on a body after a Woobat has been attached to it is said to bring good fortune. I don't know. That seems a little superstitious. Anyway, right over here we have a Hard Stone, which I believe powers up Rock-type moves when held, which is pretty awesome. Let's head on right over here. And as you can probably tell, this room is not very large, which is good because we're about 20 minutes into this episode so far, and I want to explore just a little bit more before we end things off. Luckily, I think we're pretty much finished with this area. There's probably one more trainer and a couple more items to get, but other than that, we'll be good. This episode might run a little bit long, because there's also that other area that that person last episode was preventing us from going to. I'd really like to check that out as well, because it is important. Alright, right over here we have an item. Of course, you couldn't let me get this one thing, right? Oh wow, it's a Rhyhorn. That is not something you see every day. Now, Rhyhorn takes quad damage from grass-type moves, but unfortunately it takes half damage from return, so if I want to try and weaken this thing, I could either sit here for ages chipping it down with return, or smash it with a grass-type move and pray it survives, which is basically what I'm going to be doing here. And it doesn't, which is a little unfortunate, but we can always come back later on. I have a feeling once we get really established in this series, we're probably going to have multiple episodes where we just go try and catch Pokemon that we missed in previous areas. TM23 Smackdown. That is an interesting move. It is a Rock-type move, and as you can see, we're pretty much at the end of this area. It is a Rock-type move that, when it makes contact with the opponent, it will nullify their weakness to Ground-type moves. It'll basically ground them. So if you have a Flying-type Pokemon and you hit it with Smackdown, it will be vulnerable to Ground-type moves after that, which is quite neat, actually. Nice concept for a move. It's basically a move like Rock Throw, except it also has the added effect of gravity on whatever it makes contact with, which I think is really neat. X Special Defense, very interesting. Luckily, I selected a physical attacking move, so that shouldn't make a difference. Wow, we took out that Porygon in one hit. Very nice. And we defeated yet another scientist. And after this, there's only one way to go, which is this way. Yet another trainer, of course. It's the Waving Weaving Walk. Well, Walk for short. I wonder what kind of Pokemon we'll meet today. NPC dialogue in Pokemon games. It's weird stuff, guys. And we got a backpacker here. Now, the interesting thing about backpackers in the vanilla Black and White 2, no hack applied, they generally tend to carry only one Pokemon, which is a little bit odd. I'm kind of glad that's been changed here, because I feel like that those fights were, I don't know, I don't want to say too easy, but I guess a little bit more of an inconvenience than an actual fight. But these guys are using some interesting Pokemon. We have a Cyndaquil and a Turtwig coming out here, which are both starter Pokemon. So that should add some entries into our Pokedex, because I don't believe we have a Cyndaquil. I'm pretty sure we do have a Turtwig, though, from the Harlequin that gave it to us up in the actual city proper. Pretty nice. Anyway, down goes that backpacker. And as you can see over there, there is a rock. Unfortunately, you have to be on the other side of all these ledges in order to catch it. Alright, we have a Paris out here, which is interesting. I'm gonna try Leaf Tornado on this thing, because that's a strong grass-type move, but it's not very effective. Ooh, yeah, that's probably not happening. Return's probably going to knock this thing out, so I have a feeling we're probably going to miss out on Paris as well. Unfortunate, but them's the ropes, and it's got Effect Spore. Darn it. I really, really hate Effect Spore, in case you couldn't tell. You know what, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch Lucario into the front, because even though Servine has the Amulet Coin, I'm pretty sure there aren't any more trainers. Yep, this is the end of the area. So, don't have to worry about not having the Amulet Coin equipped, because we're not going to be fighting any trainers. Anyway, we have a Whismur right here, which is yet another new Pokemon. Let's see how much Quick Attack does. Oh wow, that actually weakened it to a pretty good point. I think we're going to try and catch this Whismur right here. Let's try throwing a Pokeball and catching this Whismur. 1, 2, 3, caught. Very nice. I believe we've caught like 3 or 4 Pokemon this episode already. Really nice feeling to be catching a bunch of Pokemon, because there was a stretch there where we just weren't catching that many because there weren't a lot of opportunities to do so. Usually, its cries are like quiet murmurs. If frightened, it shrieks at the same volume as a jet plane. That is terrifying. Like, do you have any idea how loud that is? That will blow out your eardrums. Yeah. Anyway, heading right over back into the sewers here, there is one more area I just want to make note of before we wrap things up. Probably going to try and catch a Pokemon there as well, although I can't promise that because this episode is running decently long. Luckily, we are now exploring these sewers alone, which means that we can try and catch Pokemon without worry of our ally character knocking them out, which is very nice for return trips that we're inevitably going to be making in the future. I am going the right way, right? I hope I'm going the right way. Maybe I'm not even going the right way. Oh look, we have a Spinnerack right here, which is a Pokemon we were not able to procure before, so I think we're going to quick attack it, hope it survives, and attempt to catch it. I really don't want to leave too many Pokemon uncaught in a given area, just because it'll mean a lot of work for us later, so the more we can catch during our initial exploration of an area, the better off I think we'll be. And we caught Spinnerack, which is very nice. Add that data to the Pokédex. It sets a trap by spinning a web with thin but strong silk. It waits motionlessly for the prey to arrive. I think we're gonna skip out on nicknaming this thing. I really feel like I'm going the wrong way. I think that's probably the case. I think the way we want to go is actually the other way. A little bit embarrassing, but I mean, you can't blame me. This whole area looks the same. A little bothersome, but nothing we can't handle. Alright, can we one-shot this thing with return? Yes, we can. Very nice. Don't want to toss away experience when we're definitely always in dire need of it. Okay, which way? Oh my gosh, which way? This area, I always get lost in here. It's just, there's always that one area in a Pokemon game where you can just never keep track of where the heck it is you're going. I mean, this isn't too much like it, but I feel like this is sort of the Wayward Cave of the Unova region. Anyone who's played Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum and has gotten lost in Wayward Cave knows exactly what I'm talking about. That area. Oh my word. Like, you don't want to get lost in Wayward Cave. Alright, is it down this way? No, oh my word. You know what? I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave that area for later on, because the thing about that area is there are a lot of wild Pokemon that can be found in that area. So when I go there, I don't want to just catch one Pokemon, I want to catch like a bunch. And the thing is, if we go there right now at the tail end of this episode and I try and catch a bunch of Pokemon, one, we don't have very many Pokeballs left, and two, we would be spending a lot of time there. So instead, I think we're going to devote that to later. Alright, does Iris have anything to say to us? Yes, she does. Your friend, he seemed pretty mad. Did everything go okay in the sewers? So what are you going to do now? You ran into Gym Leader Berg in the sewers, didn't you? Maybe you should go to the Pokemon Gym and see how far you've come. I'm sure battling will help your Pokemon come to understand you better as a trainer too. Yes, I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna save that other area in the sewers for a later point, not entirely sure where, but it probably won't be next episode because that will be the gym. But we will be exploring it eventually, I assure you. I've been waiting for you, you're doing terrific. Here's a new medal. What we get this time? The super effective Savant medal. And we get some hint medals, which is very nice. And I think we should probably heal up real quick, just because we did take quite a beating down there in the sewers once Hugh left us. So let's just heal up right there. And I think that's going to do it for this episode. Another decently long one, which I don't think is that bad of a thing. But yeah, we defeated Team Plasma in the sewers this episode, and we caught quite a few new Pokemon, and we explored a little section of the Relic Passage, which is a very little known cave, given you have to crawl through the Castelia Sewers in order to get to it. And next time on Pokemon Blaze Black 2, we're going to be heading off to that Castelia City gym, and hopefully earning our 3rd gym badge in the Unova region. So without further ado, I will see you guys next time.